Good morning, students. Today we shall study chapter 2 of history, which is about the rise and growth of the company power in India. Before starting the chapter, let's have a quick recap of the previous chapter. In that chapter, we studied that the British they came to India only for trade and commerce. They had no political ambitions. They wanted to spread Christianity in India. But by taking advantage of unstable political conditions at the center, they established their stronghold in India. In this module, we shall study about the following European powers, and they are the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British, and the French. Moreover, we will be studying about Anglo-French rivalry in the Carnatic, the Battle of Plassey, and the Battle of Buxar. The Portuguese. Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese navigator, found out a new sea route to India. He received a warm welcome from the Hindu king Zamorin. The Portuguese established their trading centers in Cochin, Goa, Daman, and Diu. The Portuguese became the first Europeans to carry Indian spices abroad and sell them. They became very rich by doing so. The Dutch in India. The Dutch East India Company was formed in 1602. Their important factories were located in Masulipatam, Pulicat, Surat, Patna, Balasore, and Cochin, the British most powerful European company. On 31st December 1600, Queen Elizabeth I granted the East India Company a royal charter, giving it the sole right to trade with the East. A royal charter clearly meant that no other trading group in England could now compete with the East India Company. They established their first factory at Surat, and the further factories were established in Bombay, Calcutta, and Madras. The French. The French company was formed in 1664. The first French factory was established in India by Francois Caron at Surat in 1668, and the further factories were established in Masulipatam, Pondicherry, Mahe, Chandanagar, etc. Let's talk about the Carnatic Wars. In the 18th century, three wars were fought between the French and the British to control over the coastal strip of the present day Tamil Nadu. It was known at that time as Carnatic. These three Carnatic Wars were fought in between the French and the British from 1746 to 1763. At the end of the three Carnatic Wars, the French were left with Pondicherry and Chandanagar, and the British became the main trading nation in India. Let's talk about the Battle of Plassey, a significant landmark in the history of India. This battle was fought in between of Sirajuddaulah, the then Nawab of Bengal, and the British. Sirajuddaulah asked the British to stop interfering in his government affairs and stop fortification and pay taxes to him. He also took control over Qasim Bazar and Calcutta Fort. Alarmed by the fall of Fort William, the company officials in Madras immediately they sent forces under Robert Clive. Robert Clive and the armies of Nawab they faced each other at Plassey, and a large section of the Nawab army did not take part in the battle. Robert Clive defeated Nawab Sirajuddaulah in 1757 in the famous Battle of Plassey. The Battle of Plassey is considered as a starting point to the events that established the era of British dominion and conquest in India. It was a paramount power in Bengal. It transformed a mere trading company into a political power. Mir Jafar he was made the Nawab of Bengal, but he was also unable to fulfill the increasing demand of the British. Now we will talk about the Battle of Buxar. and another event, a very important event in Indian history. The Battle of Buxar was fought on 23rd October 1764 between the forces under the command of the British East India Company led by Hector Munro and the combined army of Mir Qasim, the Nawab of Bengal, Shujauddollah, the Nawab of Awadh, and the Mughal king Shah Alam II. The battle fought at Buxar. After this battle, the whole of Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha was now at the feet of the British. So, dear student, it was all about this module.